Hello, welcome all. That song I played for the starting soon is called Unknown 2, and I'm pretty sure it's completely unused in the game. It sounds kind of familiar. I think it's like a variant of the Pirates theme, but I'm not sure. Reading through the YouTube comments of the video, some claim that it's sunken pirate ship in Zaporozhye, but I don't think that's true. And somebody says that it sounds similar to the Tokay Island, and it couldn't be like the past version of that, or maybe future version, or present, I don't know what to call it. But yeah, you can just speculate, what was that made for? And somebody said it was like an old Zaporozhye theme, but I don't think we actually even know. Welcome Sammy, by the way. But yeah, these games have great music, it's like so fitting, just right for these. Even the unused tracks are fantastic. There's also a track called Unused 1, but I think it's unused just in Oracle Seasons. I'm pretty sure it actually appears in Ages at the very end game. It's a very, very good track. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, tonight is part of this game of Oracle Seasons that I'm dreading slightly, because the hints from the tree where to go next have gotten more and more sparse. And the next one is to get to the vast ruins. I died 9 times, god damn. Like I completed this dungeon last time, the Unicorn's Cave. But yeah, I remember being stuck here for a long time when I played as a kid. So hopefully I've gained a couple of brain cells, and not only lost them, and I can figure this out faster. If this is the ruins, I think you need to look for the shapes, the gems that are hidden around the world. And I don't remember where you get hints for those, really. But I'm gonna go talk to Impa, because Impa seemed to give me a couple of good hints last time. I'm also looking forward to meeting the witch next time, because I need to give her an egg. Oh, there she goes. You want this? You have to eat the egg. Oh, I made the same joke last time. Ouch, watch where you're going. You just hit Maple, the Great Witch Syrup's apprentice. So they are Maple and Syrup. I always think it can't be Syrup, because that must be like Captain Syrup for from the Wario games, but no, it's also called Syrup. Yeah, here's an egg for you, ma'am. Oh my. That's one of those lon eggs that are all the rage with girls now. Is this a reference to some like Japanese fad of like breaking an egg on your face and use it to moisturize or something? It's just what I'm looking for. You're a boy. You don't need it. I'll give you my doll for it. The gas doll. Assumption? Yeah, that's kind of what I feel. Because egg fat sounds like something that people haven't talked about for a long time. Gives you chills. I don't remember where to take this. I hope I can just stumble on it. This makes up for your bumping into me. See ya. Okay, hopefully she upgrades her drops after this. Oh, here's a nut that probably doesn't even contain anything. Oh, it has a useless ring. I'm gonna complain in either case, as you can see. For next stream of this, not tonight, but next stream, I'm planning of maybe starting the Oracle comic or manga, because I want to show it off. Like maybe pick some parts of it. I haven't decided yet how I'm gonna show it, so that's why I can't do it tonight. And near the end of the game, I'm also gonna take a look at the Choose Your Own Adventure book, like I promised to the first stream. Okay, Imba, what you got? Ruins. Perhaps Tarm ruins? They lie farther northwest. Go with caution. That's what I was assuming, so that really doesn't help me very much. But let's go take a look closer. It really can't be that you just need to guess where the key items are. That's not how these games work. These are not 80s Japanese PC games, or any 80s game in general, mostly. Oh, you found your copy of the Choose Your Own Adventure book? Where is going off to, but that one and the Wario Land one. Oh, never heard of that one. I think I mentioned it, but the only one I had, and I didn't even have it for a long while. I don't know where I lost it, or did I give it to somebody? Was like a really disappointing Sonic book. Like, I like Sonic games, but I would have much preferred a Zelda or even a Mario one. We carry treasure maps. Horror and shop. Oh, now the shop is gonna be useful. I just can't get, can't stop being impressed how well this game signposts what you need to do next without being overbearing about it. So I don't understand how the same director, yeah, signpost literally, maybe that inspired my words, so I didn't even think about it. So the same director somehow then made Skyward Sword that doesn't let you go with like 2 minutes without the game telling you what to do next. But that was a different time. I think that was a time when Nintendo was really occupied by being worried that people don't know what to do with don't know what to do in their more hardcore games. Like, they had just gotten the huge Wii audience, and yeah, different team, yeah, for sure. Like, the director doesn't make the whole game, like I emphasized many times. But I think the whole theme that made this game was recruited by Nintendo. But obviously Skyward Sword needed a much larger theme than this. Moonrise Regalia starts you off with this one. You can play miserable mode if you want. Yeah, this is essentially like a difficulty choice. So it's a pretty good thing to start with. At certain point of Nintendo history, maybe point that's still going on, the way to get this would be with the amiibo. I was so hopeful that Nintendo had completely given up with like unlocking, or I mean locking stuff behind amiibos. And then Metroid Prime 4 came along. And I don't know what to think about it anymore. I instantly bought the claim that the Viola radio in Metroid Prime 4 would be something you can unlock in the game, because it sounded so insane that it's only like with an amiibo. But yeah, that seems to be the case. But enough of that. I have a members card. That stuff is mind-boggling. Oh, it's like the back room of the shop. Oh, this is probably what you need from the trade quest. Welcome, sir. Bring me any item you wish to purchase. So here you need to sort of like combine the information that they sell the maps and that you need the members card. The secret. Okay, so I do need to figure out where to take the creepy doll. I have no idea. Maybe near the swamp? Well, isn't here Darling Baby? Oh, no new events here. Let's check if there's any houses near the swamp. There's one right by the tree. Maybe I'm lucky and it's gonna be that one. No, this is gonna be the flood house, isn't it? I don't even know how to get to it. But I'm gonna check it just to be thorough. Yeah, it is the house with the flood, so this is not the one. Speaking of flood, with all the discussion about Halo 1 remake, campaign remake, which is a pretty typical like half-assed remake, it got me thinking that, do I want to replay Halo? It's been a long time since I played it, and the flood levels are kinda atmospheric, but I actually don't like it very much, so I'm probably not gonna replay it. His friends are seething about that. Yeah, from what I've seen and heard, the remake is just like that's a disappointment, but that's nothing new for remakes. Do you want a creepy doll? Shooting poo? No, shooting pool. Oh, the chills! This is such a weird thing. I don't think this is how chills are discussed in English at all, that they are gonna cool you down. So Ghastly gives me chills. I think this might be like a Japanese misinterpretation of the... Like how the word is used in English discourse. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a completely functional pun. Smart boy, here, take this fine iron pot. It looks well seasoned. Okay, this looks a little bit used. Maybe the single worst thing I heard about the Halo campaign remake is that like the enemy AI is significantly worse, like much more passive than in the 2002 game. But they just added more enemies to compensate for it. I think that's a good illustration of the lack of pretty much everything you would need in a project like that. But like I said, that sort of stuff is often missing. Should I know where to take the pot? Because I have no idea. But there's a couple of screens I haven't visited here for some reason. Can I get to the water somehow? I don't really feel like planting seeds here because I'm not... Go back to talk everything to town? Yeah, that's probably gonna yield me some hints. But I want to check what is... I don't want to check that anymore. Let's just go back to town. Here is the mayor, right? Did you want something? Or you just wanted your torch being lit? These people don't look like they want the pot. It might be the witch, but have I even seen where the witch lives? Oh, she lives in the water village. Like the Mob Village variant? Yeah, it's a pretty good one. That's a May. I don't know who the Sim City guy is then. I want to make a cuckoo clock better than any before. Okay, wooden bird. This might require some work. Speaking of SimCity reminds me that I figured out how to emulate PC-98, the Japanese computer, while I was playing Toho. And there's a lot of interesting PC-98 games. And it took a little bit of work to make emulating that smooth, because it's a computer. And I think it makes sense that emulating a computer is more complex than a console. But it worked out really well in the end. And now, potentially, I could play any PC-98 game that I would like. Like, apparently there's a really good port of SimCity, but maybe that wouldn't be my first choice. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. We unlocked PC-98 as an option, and I just need to decide what to play. Maybe Snatch... No, Snatcher is for newer system, isn't it? Police Knots would be the Kojima game that's PC-98 only. I think. It might be for some CD consoles too. I'm gonna research the subject a bit. And I could play Sex and Sex 2, for example. And many other visual novels. Yeah, if you have any suggestions of cool PC-98 games, please send them to me. If Maple were here, I'd send her to Mount Cuckoo for mushrooms. But since she hasn't come back, I can't make my magic ball. It was about the mushrooms. And then there's a guy sleeping in the mountain, guarding the mushroom. But I don't think that's the where I'm gonna use the pot. Gale seeds. I just have no idea where the pot is going to. Maybe I'm just gonna try all kinds of houses on the map. Maybe Subrosia? Was there anybody in Subrosia who would need a pot? I don't remember. There really aren't that many houses on the map. Check the actual mayor's house. That is a good point. I really like... Oh, you can even see what the buildings are. That's more than I thought. Yeah, I really like my Horan village check as a stump using this tree vocabulary. Blaino might need it? Yeah, I guess that's possible. But I'll start here first. Like maybe Blaino wants to crush it or something. Blaino is one of those underutilized Zelda characters that everybody would like to see more of. Helmet? Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. You know, Mayor is all about those nuts. I don't think he wants the pot. Maybe he could collect his nuts here. No, no, just nuts, 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 nuts. All day, all night. Is there anybody else even in the village? Then there's the tutorial house. And this mysterious closed door. That might be open in Game Boy, when you play it on Game Boy Advance, or is that a false memory? I have a lot of those. I love making up memories. Huge beast like none other. Huge beast? I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, there really isn't many people living here. Would you like a pot? Maybe you could like boil your baby? Lady in the sauna was the mayor's wife. Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that. Lady in the sauna? What you talking about? Anyway, I could get past that chest now. Oh yeah, the hot house. But who's the... I guess it's just like a servant of the mayor. Yeah, that is really deep lore. I couldn't have figured that out. Does it even come up at any point? Okay, but... let's go to... Where's the fucking stump? Is there a stump? There has to be a stump here in the village. No, no. Oh, there we go. I'm getting overwhelmed with all of my objectives and sub-objectives. Yeah, of course it's right here. I don't think this is gonna be anything important, but I want to get this done now that I remember that there's a objective like this. I can't think of anybody here in the overworld who would want the pot. I looked it up and I wonder if you'll ever check there. Well, I will eventually. 20 rupees, yay. I'm thinking Shabrosha now. I think Holly is the one that just wants the snow shuffled. Shoveled, not shuffled. Maybe I'll go through Sunken City once before I go to Subrosia. was thinking before the stream that this part in this Game Boy Zelda games where you just wander around and try to like grab the next string that leads you to the progress that you're looking for. It is a really like rewarding part of the games. But it also can be somewhat frustrating sometimes. Here's the witch. I found the secret man already. Vases. Ah, I keep using these by accident. Oh, but you can just go back. Yeah, it forces you to explore. I think that sort of like structure exploration is one of the best things in video games. Dude, that big Goron, no matter how often I ask, he won't give me his vase. I'd give my dinner for it, fish. That doesn't seem like a fair trade. Scram, don't touch my vases, I swear. I swear it's probably like mattaku in Japanese. it has very many uses, that word. Okay, there really isn't much else here. Goron Mountain is one of the places I could check. I'm gonna put the cursed seeds back to my equipment. Oh, you really can't like warp to the Goron Mountain. Kind of a tough place to get to because of that. Can hear the Inga waft. I can do it perfectly, but yeah, I know exactly the sound you mean. And now I hear it too. Who's this? It's nobody. Nice. I think that might be the diver's house. Maybe. Why is the Goron Mountain so hard to get to? I don't remember a way, at least. Wonder how that one guy's Link's Awakening 64 project. I don't even remember that one. Only post progress on his Patreon. I'm guessing that's Link's Awakening in 3D, which sounds pretty much as difficult as making a completely new game. Okay, this place is a waste of time. It might be one of the diving paths that takes you to the mountain. Did I unlock some kind of bridge or something that takes you there quicker? But I don't want to look this up. I want to figure it out. This game world isn't as that big that I couldn't check like pretty much every place in a somewhat meaningful time frame. And skipping this part would be skipping what is near to the very soul of these games. Okay, it wasn't that hard to get here after all. Like, that's what makes it so nice. This world is so compact that even if a place seems like it's kind of far away, it's not that difficult to get there. Once again, I don't really remember how you get up the mountain. Oh, here. So, do any of you want the pot? I think I played the Newground Zelda game where you trade a different kind of pot to people. Okay, Goron Vase might be the only item here. Like, you could make a soup for the sick big Goron in the pot. And he's like a blacksmith, isn't he? So maybe he can use the vase, like the pot, to make something. His green beard makes me think that he's like, has some dried puke under his mouth. when the screen scrolls up. Nope, nothing warming. Okay, you definitely get like a hot soup that warms somebody up from Subrosia. That has to be it. So I'm gonna go there now. And there are Subrosia portals everywhere, but this is the one that's very easy to remember. Which, once again, is great design. Do you have any dinner? Pretty close to Spurda speech. I wonder if it's difficult for somebody who doesn't speak Finnish to say Spurda. Because that sounds like a pretty esoteric like combination of sounds. Like even in Finnish, something that sounds like Spurda Spärde isn't that common. Let's go bury some treasure. Make sure no one sees us. Oh, you up to this again? Do I gain something from redoing this? I have a strong feeling that I don't, but why would they leave this here if I didn't? Maybe this is like a heart mode to gain like a heart piece, maybe? Seems kind of similar though to the previous time. Yeah, Subrosia is very segmented, which is to make you not waste too much time there if you're there at the wrong time, but with the item it's completely connected. And I think one of the best parts is that it's built a little bit differently. Built differently, that's an overused term nowadays. But from the overworld. So it's just a different music, different colors. The level design is also very different. Don't let them trick you. I'm doing my best. There's this one part where one of them like peeks into the previous screen. And I'm pretty sure that's got me many times. Pretty close to the end. But yeah, the critical path part of this I have already done. Okay, not this time. They're getting scary because we're close to the end. Okay, what you got this time? That's good, come on, let's go find more treasures. Dishonor prepared me for this. It wouldn't be Zelda if you didn't have to do the functionally same thing a second time for a different reward. It's pretty common in Mario too. That's a pretty good amount of ore chunks. Like, if I didn't fail here 5 times, that would have made it unreasonable use of my time. And everybody else's. But getting this a first try, that's a okay way to get more ore chunks. So there's all kinds of smithies here. And something like that could work for the pots. I won't be able to jump for some reason. I've been watching, I don't watch many speedruns, but there's one event I like, which is ESA, European Speedrunning Assembly event during summers. And you can hear a lot of different European accents there, but what I think that's one of my favorites is that some like Scandinavian and Danish people who speak like Swedish adjacent languages tend to pronounce jump as jump, and that's just funny to me. It sounds so cozy somehow. And when they were playing Mega Man, one of them kept talking about Rasjet. I do that mistake sometimes because in Finnish, the sound that J represents in written language is like yeah, yump, that sort of stuff. Long-standing tradition. Yeah, I'm sure some of them do it on purpose. Well, now that I have the items, I'm gonna keep looking. Like the blessed glove. Ninja. I have to say that I have a huge draw to say ninja instead of ninja. Because that is how, like, discourse about ninjas have, I've been heard that my whole life. And then there's some people I know. What is this? Members card? Oh, it's not from trading. You just get it from here. That was much easier than expected. Okay. I like the scent. I'm still gonna look around here to figure out rewards an inquisitive player. Does rewards looking around everywhere. But it also makes sense, like, you check the other shop in the game to see if you can, like, progress in the different shop. Like, there are exactly 2 shops in the game. Well, there's a Witcher shop too, but it's not even open yet. I'm gonna go look at the no, not the foundry, maybe. I think there is like a smith character somewhere. That's probably what I need for the pot. I have no idea where that guy was though. I hope after Ocarina of Time Switch is released. Yeah, this place. And Nintendo's gonna have like at least some kind of teaser about the next Zelda game. I want that in my brain to think about. Welcome to the Sub-Ocean Smithy. We do the finest work in the land, but we only take jobs that interest us. Master trade. Okay, the pot is not interesting. But it might be a cook who needs a well-seasoned pot. Maybe you? And that's that shows the difference between the overworld and underworld, where the lava cave has generic house music. Yeah. Because here it's like, it's a nice place to be, it's normal. The overworld, the lava is a little bit more of a hostile element. And yeah, one reason why these, like, sort of simple games can have so many, like, well-fitting details is that they are made by such small teams. Such small teams. No, the particle needed there. I'm just gonna check everywhere to find the potentially existing chef. I have no idea where that guy lives. And something like the Halo remake is the opposite of that. It has like 500 people working on it. So it's not wonder that every detail gets lost in the mess of the production. Bigger team better. It's better to tell your like investors that there are so many people working on this and they all came from AAA studios and they are best in the field and they are gonna make you so much money. That's another thing I read about the recruitment criteria for the Halo teams. This is outdated information. It's from Halo 4, which is an ancient game at this point. But I think Microsoft required them to be recruited from like only existing AA studios. As if that's the key to success. Oh, are you the cook? If had all the ingredients, I could treat you to a tasty soup of this very promising. But not without the fine iron pot that's been well seasoned. I was thinking that well-seasoned iron pot was mentioned at some point. And it was by this guy. Nice. Hey, that pot! It's just what I need. A pot like that would make great soup. So take this then to Big Goron. Ink, clang, plop, blurb. That's it. The lava and iron create a harmony of flavors. I want to taste the lava. It looks kinda tasty. It's molten hot. Yeah, speaking pictures, that's a great skill of Nintendo characters. And it was just like starting at this point. I think this is still like in some of the first games where people use pictures to talk. Zelda Classic, of course, is having different colored words. I don't think that was yet in the first 4 games. Do you think it's edible? It makes sense that it's edible for Gorons, because Gorons eat rocks, and like, to my knowledge, lava is like molten rocks. So the one you need to take this to is probably the only one in the world who actually can enjoy this. It's a good use of the Goron race too in this game. So I think I need to go the same route as it last time. Although I still feel like maybe I opened up some shortcut from here. I'm gonna check it just in case. And get the same seeds that I need for the shop to get more Gasha seeds. Oh no, it's Moosh Pot. Would it expect to be like, here's some of my favorite famous water soup? I'm sure I eat that in Britain. I think that's the reason why I don't like the animal bodies. Just that what happened just there. Like that just left the bad taste in my mouth that I didn't want to feel again. Maybe that's why I dislike Moosh, like he's more involved with pits. So it's more likely with him that he's gonna appear on the wrong side of the pits. But this way is fine too. I spoke about PC98 here last time, and so that reminds me of the topic again, being here again. Which is that I kind of presume PC98 to be like really awkward for video games. Because it is like an office computer that people just started using for video games. And that's one of the reasons why I assumed that the PC98 Toho games would be kind of like janky too. But no, they were like super polished and smooth. So the system really isn't as bad for action games as I thought. I guess I just played so many DOS games that were really awkward that gave me the impression. I guess it just depends on like who's using the system. Like are they using it to the best of its capabilities? Even for DOS, there are some games like Command Keen that, despite PC games being so like bad for scrolling for 2D games, like they just program it so well that it has like console level smooth scrolling. Okay, once again back here, now with the right item. Hate that Goron front-facing sprite. Oh, I could analyze it next time I come here. One thing I kinda dislike now that I think about it is Big Goron's fingers. They're so detailed and kinda bony. Eyeballs dubbed up. It's so gold. Do you have anything that can warm up the body? Oh, that smells good. Can I have that soup? The harmony of flavors, thanks to you, I'm all better. Take this as a symbol of my gratitude. Goron vase. Oh, we are progressing so smoothly. Okay, let's see the front-facing Goron. What is wrong with it? The sleeping one's okay. This one? It's a little bit awkward. It's a little bit too smiley. Like, I understand it's very difficult to recreate Gorons with the, like, 16 by 16 sprites. I think it's, like, okay enough. I can still imagine Gorons in my head seeing this. Okay, I'm going to the vase too, now that I remember where it is still. Because I will forget for the next time I play this. I just realized that the trees in the water village are completely unique. They are like adapted to the environment. Yeah, I have also no idea what this gets me. In Link's Awakening it gets you... I don't remember even that. Okay, so this gives the fish. But where do you get... where do you go with the fish, though? Yahoo! It goes right in my collection. In thanks here, take my dinner. My last fish. Oh, how old is this? Magnifying glass, which mainly gives you a bunch of lore and funny stuff. Doesn't it discover you, though, a place where you can, like, upgrade your... sword, maybe? And isn't it needed for the final boss? Like, I think the final boss dungeon is really hard to do without the magnifying glass. So yeah, that is the main point of it. I don't think in this is like essential, something you need to do. Although it might be for the pirates, like maybe there's a way to get the pirate's bell. So yeah, maybe this is like something you need to do too. It's market fresh, good to know. I love vases, I just don't understand how people can break them. This is the wrong person to talk to. And he puts it on display. Cram! Don't touch my vases, I swear! Oh, good route to get back to your spot. I tried. Fish. Who would need a fish? It can be used for a clock. Was there like a fisherman behind some pier, under a pier? Might be kind of a hidden place. I'm gonna check some place just to get it off my mind. Like, there's a large-ish pier here, or a more like a bridge. I'm gonna take a look under that one and see if that might be the right one with luck. Right here, isn't it? I don't think it's this one. This looks kinda small and thin. But now that I'm here, let's plant a seed. Why not? Well, there's another here, and maybe something behind the mushrooms. Hey, see you, Sammy. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna check under this one. Maybe this one gets me... Maybe this one's a lucky one. It's a little bit more substantial, but no, nothing. Maybe I'll leave the fish for next time, because there's still a lot of work to do with to get even to the fucking dungeon. But now that I'm here, I want to check what is behind the mushrooms. Oh, that stump there, and use it. Maybe the guy with the house where I drained the water would need a fish. This is very like I'm reaching with the logic, but it doesn't need much more than that. It just needs to have some connection, that's usually enough. But what about here? Who lives here? Hopefully a fish lover? Oh, it's one of these guys. Oh, Keeper of the Essences, I have awaited your arrival. I give you this. Oh, round jewel. I need this soon. Very good. The thing that makes these parts where you explore the world more freely so rewarding in the Zelda game is that you get to use all the items that you got so far. It is kind of like the same idea as the end of the game quest in... I lost my season, goddammit. In Metroid Prime games, but not all put to the end. Which means it doesn't need to be as huge. Just 4 jewels for this, and I already got 2. So it's nothing too much to ask from the player. And not like the Triforce quest in Wind Waker, where you kinda repeat the same thing many times, with some exciting parts like the ghost ship. But still, when I played the shortened Triforce quest in Wind Waker HD, definitely felt like something was missing. Where were the mushrooms again? I want to figure out the path before I do that again. Okay, they are here. That's where I was trying to go right, but I went right one screen too early. Okay, I hope this is the final time I need to do this. The reason I want to equip the feather every time I don't need to use anything else is that it lets me to dodge enemy attacks. But maybe to be a real pro, the one to equip is the Gale Seeds. Well, Gale Seeds are the one that transport you. These are... Well, I keep calling them Speed Seeds, but that just sounds funny. I don't think that's the official name. When I saw the Link diving sprite, that somehow awoke an ancient memory in me, which is the feeling of playing Link's Awakening for the first time, and discovering the idea that the world opens up more and more and more when you gain abilities like this. Yes, I've been chasing that ever since, with everything I talk with here tonight. And I don't need to chase it, and does it? Like, this game does give me the same feeling. But of course, the wondrous feeling of experiencing something for the first time cannot be replicated by anything. Just a ring here. I have a feeling that people who... This is a very harsh judgment, again, as I tend to do needlessly. Like, people who collect memorabilia about some subject. I feel like that might be partly about chasing a feeling that's that one strongly felt and wanting to find that again. And I think that's... It sounds like such a consuming first way to do it that I really can't see how that can ever be like truly satisfying. But I'm talking here about a hobby that I don't understand myself, like it's a subjective thing, so this is complete bullshit I'm talking about. in my very small experience though, as it's completely anecdotal, I've noticed that people who collect that sort of like physical items seem to have a sort of complex relationship with them. Which gives the feeling that they can never be as fulfilling as they would hope. I mean, personally, it's kind of important that when I enjoy something, I want to make sure that it's not tied to spending money forever. I think that can give sort of like a false feeling of satisfaction, like dopamine. Okay, I'm ready to lose my money. Oh, I didn't even went over the limit. That's very optimal. So just when I'm about to go to the VIP shop, I gained a lot of money. Cool. Maybe I can't deny I'm doing something similar here, playing a game from my childhood here again. But don't tell Nintendo, but at least this didn't cost me anything. Okay, let's get this ring. This has to be something secret. Quicksand ring. No sinking in quicksand. Oh, this might be good for the sand area. That's coming soon, I guess. Treasure map is the next one on the goal list. I'm sorry, sir. Oh, that's a member's card. You're a member? Pardon me. You may continue the rear. Here? Oh, it's underground too. It's your brother as the seller. This satchel holds lots of seeds. It's 300 rupees. Yeah, definitely. And then the map. Maybe linked to the legendary ruins. I could buy the Gasha seed too, and I really see no reason why not. I love the detail of the money counting down, but I think that might have been there since the first Zelda game. Okay, now it's back to the ruins. No, I have the map. So what I got to do is check that before I go. So many seeds. Oh, this one is very, very close. The both of them are kind of close. How convenient. I'm pretty sure when I replayed this game back to back a couple of times before, because that was my new game, the only new game I owned. I memorized the locations of the jewels from a second go. Or maybe I at least tried to get them without the map. I don't remember if I had to get the map in the end. So do my gloves get way open here? That will make sense. Or was it something you need to shoot with the slingshot? Yeah, that seems to be the case. This strange waterside torch. What? Well, isn't that annoying? And you can't, of course, shoot diagonally. Can you move the coconut? No, they don't look movable. Oh, but you just go here. This is a little, like, very slightly awkward, but not really that difficult. I guess that tested your ability to understand how the, like, the collider works here. Or however these are actually coded. I have never done any assembly coding myself. There's actually a very nice looking question mark. The black beast rests here. Could this be the beast that one of the villagers is talking about? Maybe I can dig it out. It's a very detailed, like, sort of hitbox. Collider. Whatever the devs might have called them in this age. Hitbox is always the wrong word, but hitbox is something you test what you hit with. Well, I have a question. Oh, maybe the question seeds wake the beast up. That makes sense. It would make sense why there's such a detailed graphic here. Make you really pay attention to it. It's the black beast. It's kinda everyday sort of beast. Egg-shaped jewel. Okay, then there's the other one somewhere around here. Actually, it's more like in a different area. It looks very close, very close looking from here, but pretty sure that's gonna be from a completely different area. Maybe this one would be the closest. Pump region. In Minish Cap, from the same team, the areas are more clearly like cut off from each other. They feel more like levels you access from the hub. In this game they are a little bit more mixed up together, and I prefer that. Pretty close. Oh, did you use your egg already? Oh no, she upgraded to the Hoover. The vacuum cleaner. You meet again. You know the drill. Fastest one wins. Ready, go. Although there's nothing valuable here. I remember this. So in winter, I can go there if I can find out there's a stump here. Oh, there's a heart piece too. Have I been here before? I think I have at some point. Probably near the dungeon. Dungeon 3. You know, somewhere around here. Or is it dungeon 2? I'm not sure. But in either case, the season is wrong. Maybe I need to go all the way back there to change the seasons. At least winter's something I should try to get to the cave. Because I think it points... yeah, it definitely points there. So, okay, just check here that I'm here. Oh, it's a chest. Very easy. Maybe something swimming related? I keep forgetting that I promised a week ago that I would put my schedule on Twitch, and I still haven't done it. I found a way or method recently that I've been trying out that helped me a little bit to plan my goals beforehand, which is writing them in a book, like what I'm roughly trying to do on the following day. And it's been working for me for a little bit now. It's something I tried before, but I never got it like functioning. I always gave up after a couple of days because I felt I failed after not doing something I had promised myself. And then I just threw the book away, or wherever I wrote that. But now I try to take it more as... I try to help future me to have some idea what to do. Like more like removed work from myself instead of adding to it. And with that attitude to use, I think I've managed to make better use of it. So that's something I should write in that book. Like, god damn it, add the schedule on Twitch. I do not know what season that might need. Maybe autumn? I thought it would be like in winter. Well, the plants would be gone. But not quite. Here we go. Are they the PlayStation symbols? Like, I just got an X. They are. How mysterious. Is Capcom trying to say something to Nintendo here? Or maybe they are just very common symbols. Even the magician Koopas in Yoshi's Island cast them on you. Maybe it was a sneaky developer sneaking that past Nintendo or Miyamoto that there's a little bit of a Sony hint. Because right at that time, I think the deal fell through about Nintendo PlayStation, or whatever it would have been called. That SNES disk drive. I think at that point, and for many years, we were... everybody in the world benefited from Nintendo and Sony competing on video games. But I don't know if that's the case anymore. I don't think Sony is... Sony's bring a lot of disappointment lately, and not much else. I don't remember if I commented on the physical media discussion before, but my standpoint with that is that I don't care about physical media, like I don't care about owning it. But I do care about owning the games. Like, if they are tied to a store that's controlled by one company, what to stop Sony doing the same that they have done with their movies, that just remove them from the service? Especially if that's the case that some company wants to make people buy something again. There's many remastered and remakes where the original version has been removed from stores when the new version came along. And if the only place where you can buy the games are from like one company's one store, they will play by the rules that are requested by the publishers. Or even them themselves, like Sony publishes games too. And it's also end of an era. How video games are being sold and made and consumed. Experience, I've consumed this. I think it's the only way to enjoy these products, even though only way to approach these products, even though they are products in many cases. Nintendo games are also big money and they are well marketed. Even though they are artistic creations, I think it can be still be seen that they are products to be consumed in that sense. Well, spring next. And this be the right one? Maybe they are like blooming, I can destroy them now? That sounds kind of familiar. Maybe that's how it works. Like there's a whole like sub industry might be the wrong word, but oh, this looks promising. There's some rabbits. There are like people selling second-hand games, people selling games in stores, games in supermarkets. That when existing physical games probably slowly stops bit by bit. All of those like sub-phenomena are also gonna be gone with it. And there are less people who can like sort their lives around video games. Because one way to do it is to sell them second-hand or sell them like straight from the supplier. And that is like disappearing bit by bit. It seems Nintendo is gonna stay with physical games for a while still at least. Even if they have like a pseudo version of the game key cards. But those can be resold, those can be loaned to your friends, lend it. So they still like, even if the data of the game isn't a card, they still share many of the advantages and features of physical games. I don't really mind them personally as a thing that exists. Where were the ruins again? I always forget. I think they're very close here. But I just recently sold my Nintendo 64 and Dreamcast and most of the games on them. I just kept Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask as sort of like memorabilia items. And maybe those inspired the complex feelings I talked about before. Maybe they make me feel chasing something unfulfilled. But anyway, I did keep them. Even though I can't use them anymore. Because even when I had my physical Nintendo 64 in the box and the games, still every time, no matter the context, streaming or off stream, I would always choose playing them on PC. So to me, that side of physical discs and cartridges is just not important to me personally. So this place, I think, really makes you figure out how to use the seasons well. This is a very good point in the game to make you focus more on that. Instead of using them for like rough overall progress, now the game makes you solve puzzles related to them. Like this shows the puzzle potential of the season system. That didn't really lead to anything. Beautiful colors here, by the way. Very, like, earthy and pleasant. Oh, summer brings these. You can see this area serious because there's dark nuts. Although dark nuts really actually aren't that bad in this game. Lionels were still kinda bad. Hello, duck. I found more new scents on the ground. Oh, where next? Oh, now this also exists. Maybe you want to move now? Friends are jumping to Linux one by one. That does sound pretty beautiful. I agree. I hope I can make the jump one day. I've been using Krita lately. Just to get used to it instead of Photoshop. And it's almost there. Maybe I commented on this before, but a couple more features and I would happily use Krita instead of Photoshop. And even after that, I would still need to find the like video editing program that I would like. One of them a Disco crash, fucking idiot, that's what you get for using Linux. Linux? What is the right way to say it though? Everybody in Finland says Linux, but I don't know if that's how people internationally say it. Linux is correct? Okay. It is developed by Linus Torvalds, so it kinda comes from his name, so that makes sense. I'm Linux plus Unix. Oh, okay, of course. Oh, in winter I can use the half stairs to get up there. Like, having some problem solved every now and then, when it comes to Linux, it doesn't sound very, like, bad to me. I think I'm equipped enough knowledge-wise for that. Okay, these seasons don't really get me much here. Yeah, clankers are also like a modern solution to Linux problems. Yeah, another thing is that I did choose an NVIDIA GPU for my current computer build. And I know AMD is more compatible. The reason why I chose Nvidia is that I was kinda in a hurry. I knew that the price hike was coming. I knew the news and the signals about that. So I didn't want to think too hard what kind of computer I was gonna get. And I was successful in the sense that many parts that I got like doubled in price almost a week after I got my computer. So I have no regrets in that sense. I feel like I got it just at the right time. Oh, they stay here. This kind of obscure use of melting the ice. So you get 64 GB RAM before the RAM thing? Ah, oh, shit. I just got the 32. I would love 64, but 32, it works for the most cases. Was there anything on the right that I haven't discovered yet? I would like to check behind the mushrooms where I go. I probably won't get another computer before. Hopefully the prices come down at some point. And it's not the case that for us mortals it's cloud computing only. Yeah, I know there are Nvidia drivers for certain Linux distros. But I heard everybody say that it's just gonna be like less headaches if you just get AMD. Come on, shoot me. Do it. Nice. I surrender. In return, I offer my advice. If you are lost in the woods, travel west, then south, east, north. West, south, east, north. It's like how you don't play Mahjong. It's the same direction as Mahjong round goes. Or is it? No, it's not. Or is it? No, because Mahjong uses the compass that has two directions inverted. Like in Mahjong, south sits like where you would expect north to be. What am I even talking about? Let's just continue. West, south, east, north. Got it. Taking each step in a warmer season. Oh yeah, this puzzle. This is so cool. Let's see if my intuition, like what is the warmth order of the seasons, is correct for this game. I think as a kid I got it wrong for the first time. But yeah, I haven't been able to play Mahjong in a long time. There was a point when there was like a club of my student body. Where we played board games, and I brought my Mahjong every time and taught it to people, and it was good times. But then the building where the club was held was sold to a pension fund, which is kind of ironic, like students losing their building to fund pensions. Yeah, the club also was gone at the same time, and many other like fun activities, and it's like a really beautiful old building in Helsinki, right at the center of it. And the reason why they had to sell it is that, well, they sort of got into... It is a stock fund, it is that in practice. I just like tried to find the ironic angle to it. Of like selling stuff from young people to fund old people. That isn't that straightforward, really. But anyway, the student council that decides the like ownership of buildings and other stuff had also a side to it that tried to make it a business and tried to make it like grow in the market. And they got pretty excited at one point and decided that if they are able to expand the stuff that the council owns enough, like they can remove the yearly payment for every student. Like they're gonna be rich enough to make it free. And at that point, I think they were like the richest student organization in the world, in some sense at least. So they decided to buy a hotel. They decided to buy a whole, like, quarter. Is quarter the right word? Like a whole street almost for restaurants. And then they would rent those to people and have customers in the hotel and make loads of money. The year they did those decisions was 2019. So the instant they had like the restaurant street and the hotel, there was COVID. And yeah, that led to selling almost everything they got to get rid of their loans and what with the money they owned everywhere. And the beautiful old student building right in the middle of the Helsinki was probably the saddest thing to see. And now it's like an elite hotel, like it was a completely free space for students before, and now it's an expensive place to go for very limited amount of people. But at least I got to see it, and I watched them many times. And maybe far in the future they can buy it back. But the magazine the student council makes, they had a really good cover for it. They had like a university student riding on the Monopoly dog. Like a Finnish version of Monopoly takes place in Helsinki. It has like places and streets from Helsinki. And I think it's a really good analogy that the activity they got into was playing like real life Monopoly. Okay, can I get the ring? I think I need the speed seed to have even... Ah, fuck, I lost it! So I need to equip the speed seed just when Maple even appears. What a shame. But yeah, these are the sort of parts where I notice the limits of my English skills. When I need to speak on a specific topic with like special vocabulary. That's kind of hard for me to do in English. Ooh dee dee. You won't play for me? Fine. Do you want to hear the bear flute? Maybe this part of the trade quest? Yeah, it looks like I can't do this right now. And there's nothing else that I could think of is even near to playing something. So I'm just gonna go. But this mysterious music and the kind of strange puzzles, they really make this section of the game feel special. And maybe even the amount of likes. It's really rare in Zelda games to see so many of them, and especially some of them like dropping from the sky. But what is going on here? Okay, so here, west, south, east, north, going from the... Was it coldest season of warmest or warmest to the coldest? I don't remember anymore. Let's try coldest to the warmest. And after winter, I would say it's spring when it comes to like temperatures. But this might be the part that I don't have the same ideas to developers. And I don't even know, like factually. No, that doesn't seem right. Is spring or autumn warmer? Like what about difference between Japan and Finland in that case? About Hyrule, Holodrum? Or maybe maybe autumn next. And after autumn, spring. Autumn and Bomber for sure. Well, let's see what the game's logic is. And north. Yeah, like the game thinks that spring is warmer than autumn. Let's see if that's the case even in Japan. Did you know Japan has 4 seasons? Yeah, Nihon ni wa Shigikaru. Shittemasu ka? Japan spring average temperature. 9 to 21 Celsius. Alright, alright. Japan autumn average temperature. 7 to 28. That's quite like a gap between the low and the high. But it seems that even in Japan, like on average, autumn is warmer. So I think this puzzle is just kind of faulty. It's not hard to figure out, but I think there's a little bit of gap in the logic of claiming that that autumn is colder than spring. Ah, okay, that one's alive. How do you kill these guys? I think you shoot them, but I don't have a bow. The 2D Zelda games, other than Link to the Past, are kinda stingy with giving you a bow. No seeds here. But that should still unlock as a warp point. I'm gonna go to autumn and see what is... good life, my friend, just standing around, walking around here all year. I want to see what's behind here. This has to be losing money. It's too easy. Oh, it's just a chest. I vastly prefer a chest to the old man. Good. And those are not burnable. I bet real life mushrooms would be. There's some nice, like, ancient looking carvings here that don't appear anywhere else. Please die. Okay, let's see. This will be active in spring. Oh, I can plant the seeds here. Why not? Oh yeah, I had the feeling it's not there. It would be too straightforward. It's hidden here then. Yeah. I don't remember if that's the case, but that might be one of the high value seed spots. Which would be nice because it's very close to the warp point. There's probably nothing here, but okay, let's just go up. Alright, not yet. Something has to be done first. Maybe wind could have like a snow here that you can climb on. I'm checking quickly if there's like vines. No, that's not the case. But killing all of these might do something, like it might change the situation. They have bows. Invisible bows, but still. Those are these thick-ass Game Boy Zelda arrows. Okay, nothing. This area really is like an outdoors dungeon, which I've said many times in different games that that's a feeling I really like. Unless it's Skyward Sword, that's has a bit too much of that. The desert area in Skyward Sword kind of makes it work. Oh yeah, just walk in the snow, that's it. This is illogical from what you have seen before. And for these statues, you just gotta accept that these don't get reset, unlike many other things. I feel like I'm very close to a dungeon. Quick checks here first. This feels like quite a big part of the map. And yeah, it is. It's kind of the same size as the others, but it feels substantial. Okay, now it's time to lose money. I thank you for paying to fix my door. I hope that like went to 0 before you even got what you wanted, you old fuck. But here's a dungeon. What is going on? Is it on Onyx, maybe? Link. No, it's okay, Onyx wouldn't say he. This might be one of the Twin Rova. Like, who are called... Oh, I don't remember the individual names. Know this, foolish boy. If you save Din, the world will be filled with destruction, sorrow and despair. Our great sacrifice will be offered, and the evil king revived. Then people will know true pain as darkness falls across the lands. Why would they warn Links about that? Like, now Link has the chance to have second thoughts about this. Ancient Ruins. What a generic name. Alright, let's see what's going on here. The music sounds a bit like it has that Arabic scale to it. Egyptian, maybe? I'm talking more about like media cliches here than actual like world music. Not much going on here. You would think there would be a challenge of some kind with the statue shooting at you, but apparently not. This dungeon at least isn't water filled as the couple of the last ones. Snakes feel like start of the game enemies, but here they are. Is there a way to open the door? Maybe somehow here? Oh, it gives you bombs. That is usually a hint. The item slots being like fluid in this game. Switching. Yep, here we go. According to what item you equipped. It's a much better selection than the, like the set spots in Link to the Past in this game. Because you need to go so often in the menu in this. It makes it much faster that they are. Like, you can change the spot where they appear. Allows you to sort of like switch between items. Link between items. Okay, so that was just a bonus after I lost all my money. Don't really have an idea how to open that door. So let's look somewhere else. Very obviously here. Oh, these things make a return. Maybe this is a dungeon that makes it excruciating. So with a key, I would have a couple of choices where to go next, but I have 0 keys at this point. It's a good way to make the Gyptos feel undead, that they don't react to you hitting them very much, actually at all. Oh, so that's how it works. That's just like a trap to freak you coming back here. No, not a trap. It's not a trap at all. It's a way to allow you to have a different way into spinny thing. Okay, good introduction to it, like one-way doors. And then that combined with it. There's a lot of mummies. So I guess it's sort of supposed to be Egyptian themed lightly. But they really can't like do much with the graphics in the dungeons. But they can do that with the music and the color scheme and the enemy choices. And those to me say that there is a theme. Okay, I thought that had to be something you can push. The dev who would have made it otherwise would be an asshole. Even unlocking this key block here is just to have a chance to spin the thing differently. Key? Where's the map? When you have the magnet glove, Link can scream anytime you want. But like he's poisoned if I one. Very valuable chest. Alright, pretty fun like micro challenge this one. A little bit of timing instead of deduction. That looks like something for a new item. But let's see what are my options here. Okay, that part here looks very bombable. I think this might be the first dungeon that teaches you... No, never mind. Okay, good night, Doc. Thanks for being here. I think you get the bouncing seeds here, and you maybe like shoot them from here and get them to the crystal. Could it be just a boomerang? No, not really. Yeah, I don't think I have what it takes to solve this yet. But there might be a connection to the right. Nope. Yeah, I guess I was here too early. That can happen. Let's go up from here. I believe that's an option that's open to me. Yep, this hopefully nets me a key. I don't think it's a time yet for the dungeon item. That usually appears later. But also lovely that you get to use the glove here. Unlike in certain game that has TP as its abbreviation. I feel like I need to combine it with the glove. Okay, you can't jump while you're doing it. Maybe from here? Okay, that seems to work. Diagonal jump feels like something that's a little bit illegal to do. I think you can even skip one part in Link's Awakening by doing it. Like a long diagonal jump. But I think I don't think would have been using the speed seeds. No. Okay, I think I need... Like, I can't get to the other key door now, so they are actually not options. I need to use this one now to get the different section from here. Like, no matter how many times I spin that, it's not gonna take to the right. I think. But still. I'm now here, in a new place. This looks deceptively simple. Is that it? Not even opened. I don't know. Oh, here you can drop down. Does it take me anywhere interesting? Not at all. Some befuddling elements here, but I'm not gonna worry about them too much and just be on my way. Oh, I'm kinda low health. Didn't even notice. Oh. Ah! Then shield, and they hopefully give me a couple of hearts. Yeah, there we go. Unstoppable progress. Everything's going smoothly. So far. This looks impenetrable. Yeah, I don't think I can make my way through here. No matter how much I would like. And can we kinda fight these guys throughout the wall? That's probably not something the game expects me to do, even if there was a slight chance to do so. Just checking if there's anything connected here. No, these look self-contained. Of this part of the dungeon floor. Okay, with the second key, I can now open a door, but the challenge is to configure this correctly. That shouldn't be too difficult now that I have this loop open. Be very doable. Wanted to see it too. Ah, went that way. Why is this door now closed? I'm sure this was the way to open it before. Maybe you need to also kill all the snakes? No. Maybe kill all the snakes and push? That feels unusual to me. I don't think that's the way it usually works. And then over the way to the right, I need to spin this once. Yeah, this definitely isn't anything too bad. The water temple in Twilight Princess has a pretty fun version of this. Where you spin the middle structure in different positions. It's a well-designed water temple as usual. But a little bit too long, like TP dungeons are, at least at the first half of the game. All of those first 3 dungeons are, I think, too long. Like, my rule is not to say anything too positive about that game. The one that broke the illusion of hype for me for the rest of my life. That is definitely timed. Let's try again. Maybe it doesn't need anything else than just a little bit of extra speed. I'm gonna test it. Can I jump here? Not that way, at least. I don't think that jump is very safe to do. Okay, that's what I tried to do even in the second temple of the game, dungeon. But now you actually need to do it. I think calling Zelda dungeons temples is kind of Ocarina of Time instinct. In Finnish, since kid, I've called them luola, which means a cave. But even that I must have learned somewhere. almost too obvious where to go here. But let's go anyway. That looks like a dungeon item. Or a tease of it. At this point. Oh no, you can go there. I really get it. Talking about tease. That was a trap. It goes well with the pyramid theme that this lightly has. Even though this place is not a pyramid, it's more like a tower on a mountain. Which is definitely not what pyramids are. It makes that noise, which I think is me. I think it's just on my way back. I was about to say it means that now I can push something I couldn't before, but no. Probably just the door that closed opened. Just in case I'm trying all of these. And this wall. I think the dungeon map shows if there are connections, even if they are like something you need to open with bombs. I think they are shown, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, now we're on this side of this place. It seems like it's a lot to ask to kill all enemies here. They're kind of on different sides. Maybe there's another way to kill them. Maybe you can do it with the magnet glove somehow. Maybe not. Maybe bombs? Rope? Maybe oil? They don't care. Or maybe there's nothing from killing all enemies here. That's very possible too. It seems more like the matter of getting this to the right spot. And that's pretty much it for this part. I don't want to fight. I'm a pacifist. Except for these guys. There's a worrying hole here. Good sentence that you can say in Zelda game. I'm gonna check here first. It looks out of the trap, like the game taught me with cool design, wordlessly, that this conifer grater looks like a trap. But no, it's the magical boomerang. I had no memory of this item. But here it is. It makes sense for the button. It is trap, but a very similar trap, which is cool. But this time it yields an actual treasure. Oh, and some reason boomerang hits these. Does boomerang work in Links of the Past on these enemies instead of just the arrow? Does Links of the Past have a boomerang? Yeah, you find it in the first dungeon. First, like, not quite the dungeon, Hyrule Castle. Well, now I know how to deal with them too. Oh, and now this is a way back. It would have been really disappointing to go here before getting the boomerang. It showed me some exciting new floors, but before that, it would also put me very close to the part where you need this magic boomerang. It's a bit like the one in Wind Waker that you can draw its path. Appears a lame version in TP. Which even wouldn't be lame if you could use it in more than a couple of places that are all related to the forest. And then you also use it in the Uku dungeon, but it's too little too late. It didn't really damage enemies, that is... I think that's a big failure from Zelda item, that... you just use it for certain puzzles and it doesn't have any use against enemies. To me at least, an optimal Zelda item is like a good weapon and a good tool. That's what make, I guess, the Breath of the Wild bombs so disappointing, that they are a tool in the game, but they are not a good weapon. But that brings back to the weapon durability discussion, like if they were good weapons, you would just use them instead of anything else. I'm not sure which way to go. Guess I can go here first. Still haven't seen a meat boss. Egg button, great. Oh, I impressively dodged everything so far, but that's where it ends. I was watching a speedrun on ESA today on some obscure NES game, and the speedrun strategy for that game was just like pretty much walking at every enemy, walking through them and just taking the hits. I think that sort of speedrun would work for me. It's kind of how I play games already. I think I could enjoy that just fine. Not very difficult. It's just back to the previous room. Yeah, it loops around. Being able to drop down, but it not being a good idea every time is one feature of this dungeon. Here, I'm gonna say it's a pretty good idea. And you can even come back if you want. That hole was made for you. I feel the meat boss coming up, so I'm gonna gather some hearts. Good. Okay, it seems to be a challenge of using the slingshot. Am I fast enough? So. Oh, the staircases can appear from puzzles. So that's what some of the mystery sounds have been. Or puzzle jingles. I don't think anybody calls them mystery sounds except me just now. Okay, trap again. It seems like a starting line of something. Oh, need to be able to jump too. Oh, it's multi-room. Cool. I think I got a good start, so this is probably gonna be fine. Okay, it was fine. Cool challenge. Boss key? Yeah, that really felt like a boss key challenge. Could it be there's no mid-boss here? We got the boss key now. It's a very good balance of combat, action and puzzles in this dungeon. I think this might be one of the best dungeons so far. A little bit linear maybe, but understanding the spinny thing breaks that up a little bit. Once again I can drop down, which now... maybe not. Not yet at least. Oh, maybe I do it now because I don't still have any other keys. This is a one key at a time dungeon. Not having many options where to use keys is, I would say, even too common in Zelda. It It's a little bit more common in Link's Awakening, which I think makes the dungeons like slightly more complex. Oh, this is the top part of this. Do I just get a key here? Yeah, like this dungeon is just a bit too linear to maybe be called the best in the game, but it's fun, it's good, and it's a little bit different. So it definitely isn't by any means bad. Or even mediocre. Here's the mid-boss. Har har har, I am Wire, Onyx's loyal henchman. I heard someone was trying to stop Onyx, but it's just some kid. Fine, I can handle you. I can't remember this. And is this guy in Link's Awakening as the last dungeon boss? Likely it's just like a similar looking, like a demon thing. No, that is a fireball in Link's Awakening, right? So I guess Wire is a new character. Ouch, pesky kid, take this! He's not bad as Dick Dugger so far. Elf Heart, you make me laugh. With that damage. Coolly, that's it, I'm serious. Yeah, there's an attempt to make this guy more like a character. Like a henchman type of thing. With dialogue, monologue. Now he is kind of fast. Maybe I need to actually add some speed. Is even that enough? Okay, I think the dream of getting a spin attack in is kind of over. Maybe the boomerang, like that's the new item I got. Which usually is not that needed for a mid-boss, or like a main boss. Okay, he doesn't care about the boomerang. What about shooting fire seeds? Nope. End seeds? Oh. Alright, this got a little bit slightly difficult. Maybe deflect? No, you can just get hits in. It's kind of just like hard. Spinning around with the sword might trick the AI. In some ways. I think, like, when he decides to go away is when you move towards him actively. Just say that he doesn't do any damage, but he really has been doing some damage on me. What I fear the most is that it's gonna be hard to come back here. If I now can't do it. Fine, goodbye. I think he got easier as time went on. And he actually was 2 bats in 1 bat suit. Ouch! I paid for my overconfidence, but I'll report this to Onyx. Garharhar. But you almost got me. I think he can be like a sort of fun character in a manga, which I haven't read, so I don't know. But I see some potential of that kind. Traps here. I got the boss key already, so probably isn't gonna be that long of a way to it. Two buttons. It's like the start of Link's Awakening with the snake button and the right button. It's a reference to it. No? Didn't I push that first? I don't get it. I can keep going. Oh shit. Right near the end, perhaps these appear. I do have the like the warp from the mid boss, so it's not that serious. Oh, now you got to use this as a weapon. It's a memory from Dick Dugger. that definitely brought me by far the most hardships in this game so far. But at least I got some experience with this. I think that path would have made more sense in the Dictator dungeon, the Unicorn's cave. Because it would have been kind of like a practice round for the boss. Three, okay. Do I need to hit all at the same time? Maybe not. Yeah. That wasn't too bad. It looks pretty obvious that you put it here. Oh, but that's just like the starting point. Now you get to explore more of this room that I kind of skipped before. Makes sense that. It's for a later puzzle. There's a little bit of puzzle to this, not just putting it on the red squares. And there's the boss room. I want to use something different this time, instead of the boomerang. I am not sure what changed. Maybe if I now put this... Oh, stairs, that was changed. If I were designing these dungeons, I would be a little bit more anal about what can be taken from room to room. Like maybe have some special items that can be affected between rooms. But yeah, that was completely intuitive, so that's not needed. I feel like I would get caught on that. Oh, it's like this green slime enemies with 4 piranha plants attached. Piranha plants. Boomerang, I guess? No, not boomerang. Maybe I feed them something like flame seeds. No? Bombs? I can't say bombs without the question mark after it. I don't know then. I think I tried everything already. Oh, you do use the boomerang after all. Makes sense, it's a dungeon item. I think the idea is the boomerang hits enemies that are kinda like too soft or hard to hit with the sword. Enemies that are made of tough materials are still like penetrated with a boomerang. Oh, he gets fast, of course. This sort of boss, like, he hit it when his mouth is open. It's probably one of the most reoccurring boss themes, boss features in all of video games. Open up. Police. Are you gonna do it? Did I do it? Half heart left and I won first try. Thank God. Kinda panicked at the end. It did a lot of damage with the contact. Oh, and on the roof of the tower. Here's the item, the essence. Blowing wind, an essence of nature. Sweet fruit is born when pollen is carried by the blowing wind. I think these make more sense. In Japanese it's called like chapter of Earth. Because these items are more like Earth than just season themed. But seasons are Earth themed too. Say, Link, the blowing wind reaches me too. I dreamt of a cemetery west of Horan village. Could an essence lie there? To get there, find the way across the sea. Oh, now it's the pirate part. But yeah, that is that for tonight. That is about the amount of progress I planned. I'm happy with how far I got. I'm gonna go check on my seed before I go. Maybe there's went into a tree. Oh, this one first. I'm gonna try to get the fucking ring. Maybe she wants a fish. Maybe there's a fish fad. No rings this time. You can have those. Yeah, I got my tree too. Ring. Not bad. I think next time I really need to do the trade quest because that might net me the bell that's needed for the pirates. But I'll think about it when we get there. The ruins really wasn't that part. Like, by far the hardest part with the ruins was realizing that the membership card is sold at the Holodrum, not Holodrum, but Sub Rosa shop. I kinda need to get to the toilet, but I want to draw just a really quick thing here. I was planning 2, but in this scenario, I think I'm gonna leave it the second one for next time. This time I'm just gonna draw the last remaining race of Zelda World. Which we also saw the stream this time. Which is of course a Deku Scrub. Whose most prominent feature are the mouths. Yeah, close enough. And then they have... What kind of eyes they have? Just like this. Then they are shaped like... This is quite the rodent one. And... I can't salvage this. In Macha's mask, they have these sort of like grass clothes. But the balance of features in this one is just not correct. Do they have feet? At least Deku Link has feet. Looks cute with some feet. Do they have any like eyebrows? Maybe like leaves? A bit better with some. And then add some leaves on top, even though I don't even know if they have some. It may not be a Deku Scrub fully, but... Okay, enough. Adding some like wooden features to it. Yeah, I don't even need to check the official ones. This is recognizable already. And with this one... I never like get... When should I say thank you for watching while I'm running this? Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with some game that I don't remember right now what it is. I'll be back soon with Zelda and my other ongoing games. Good night. And bye-bye.